Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. So this week will mark the 9-month anniversary since I started making bismuth art, and I've since melted other metals as well. I showed you guys some Pertinica metal that I cast into a similar things. I hope to play with molten aluminum at some point. I can get access to a lot of aluminum cans, and I've been watching YouTube videos on how to do that. The only downside is it's too hot to do with the silicone molds, but given that I have basically free access to almost unlimited aluminum, I can see myself doing some good stuff there too. It's very good for graphite molds. Actually, I think it will do even better than bismuth for the graphite molds. Bismuth expands when it freezes, and it makes for difficulty when you're pouring things that you then need to stand, right? It makes a rounded bottom. Aluminum would avoid most of those problems. I hope to eventually melt some precious metals as well. I've already done silver. I hope to do some gold as well, but obviously I want to get better at it. I don't want to mess up with the gold, obviously. I want to reflect on how this is beneficial to my life outside of my artwork and to the rest of my career. One thing I noticed is that it has freed me up quite a bit. I mean, I'm obviously not supporting myself making bismuth art at the moment, but it supplements my income to a point that I have more control over my job and my career. Let me give you an example. I sometimes look for tutoring gigs on Craigslist, and I noticed how everything has changed since I started making bismuth art in earnest. Well, I really only did it in earnest this past winter. But what would happen is that when a client would come to me, instead of their face being full of dollar signs, now it's beautiful work that I can do for them. And if it's not beautiful, then we don't have a deal, right? In the past, the client would come up and their face would be just dollar sign, dollar sign, dollar sign, dollar sign. And if they told me to suck their ass, I sometimes would, right? And it really changes the dynamics of how that works. Hopefully, once I start doing aluminum as well. There are other art projects that I hope to do. I'll talk about them as I go. Anyways, I think everybody should find some hobby they can monetize, even if it's only a few bucks here and there, right? A few bucks adds up, and also a few bucks a month has a tendency to turn into much more, right? This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.